Nation, I'm Amber Miller with a Virginia Tech Baseball Report, here with head coach Patrick Mason to discuss the Hokies' performances, as they are now 12-12 overall and 5-4 in the ACC. Now, Coach, last week you talked about their boys' struggle with the midweek games. Now, despite the loss against Liberty, you guys had a tremendous win against Radford. What differed in the offense compared to this game compared to Liberty's?
Well, Liberty's pitcher did a heck of a job against us, and I thought we had some opportunities to score early in that game, and I just thought, for whatever reason, on Wednesday it clicked. We had a little change in the lineup, and that a guy like Sam Gale added a little spark, having 4 hits, and hitting's contagious. So we got those big hits earlier in the game, and then it steamrolled in that 9-run inning Wednesday night, and you start feeling a little bit more confident. There's a lot of that gets factored in, but the Tuesday night game, I was happy with how we hit the ball. We didn't get a great pitching performance Tuesday night, and we probably dug a hole we just couldn't get out of. But all in all, I was pleased with how we took the field both of those nights, and we'll get paid off if we do that the rest of the way out on midweek games.
And moving into the weekend, on Friday you guys really had a controversial call with Alex Perez's hit in the 9th inning. Do you think this affected the outcome of the game?
No, I mean, we had plenty of chances to score. 0-0 game. We had guys on base and scoring position throughout that game. It was a great pitch game, but certainly one call in that type of game, it in my opinion, didn't affect the outcome of the game. And when you put up 9 straight zeros at 10 innings, we didn't score a run. That kind of falls on us and our offense, and guys execute more than anything else. Absolutely.
Despite the loss against Clemson, Sean Kaselica pitched great on Friday night, striking out 9 batters, and Alex Perez went 4 for 4 on Saturday, all with phenomenal hits. What seemed to set the Hokies back as a whole?
Well, I think on Friday we just didn't get the big hit. We had some opportunities to score, and we didn't execute in those situations. But Crownover pitched a tremendous game also. I thought Clemson had a couple opportunities to score, and Sean made some really big pitches, just as Crownover did. So that's typical Friday night ACC baseball. It's tough to get runs, and you need to execute when you have those opportunities. And we didn't do that all that well. But Sean was tremendous for the second straight week, and certainly need to take advantage of those performances, because when you get a pitching performance like that, to not get the W is certainly a missed opportunity. On Saturday, Alex, our offense in general swung the bat pretty good, and we just, again, it was similar to Tuesday. We found ourselves in a hole early that was challenging to dig a way out. And what the difference between Saturday and Sunday was is once we gave up those runs early in the game, our Jon Woodcock settled in, and then our bullpen settled in and didn't give them anything else the rest of the game. On Saturday, we never really settled in. By the time we did, it was probably too big of a mountain to climb.
We got to see Kid Sheets on the mound again after being gone for almost a month. What are your future plans for him?
Well, we're going to probably start Kid this Wednesday and continue to try to build up his physical strength and his arm strength and stamina, because he's going to throw some valuable innings. That try to figure out that puzzle when you have 4 or 5 games a week and you have 36 to 45 innings that need to be pitched. Kid factors in there anywhere from 5 to 7 innings a week that we know we can get some valuable pitches out of him. So the most important thing we need to do with him right now is build his strength back up and get him into mid-season forms, and then sort of figure out where he best fits in our plans. But it'll be an important role for sure.
Throughout the weekend, particularly Friday and Sunday's games, seem to be heavily based on pitching. What type of advice do you have for your pitchers on their approach?
Well, I like kids who work really quick, who are confident, who dictate their start and don't, for John, for instance, yesterday, I think his first inning, he was a little tentative with executing his pitches, and really the change he made from the second inning on was he attacked the zone more aggressively, he worked quicker and more confidently, and that's the advice. It's, you work midweek and you work off season, you do all of those things so on game day you can just go out there and compete. Sometimes you get caught up in maybe thinking a little bit too much, and save that for the practice, save that for the off season. On game day, go out there, compete, trust that what you've done in the midweek will translate into your performance.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you very much.
I'm now here with Jon Woodcock, who pitched 6 scoreless innings against the Clemson Tigers on Sunday. Jon, you really seemed to settle in after the first inning. What changed?
Yeah, nothing really changed. We just had some defensive mishaps in the first inning, but I just had trust that my guys would swing it and score some runs for me, and just kept trying to execute my pitches as best as possible and stay in the game as long as possible to give our team a chance to win.
Now, as the weekend progressed, the bullpen really seemed to thin out. Now, with you pitching 7 innings on Sunday, really seemed to help out the team. How is this key in conference play?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, our bullpen has been very good lately. We got some good young arms, but yeah, our starting pitcher's goal is just to get as deep as possible into the game so that we can save arms and have as much arms as possible for any situation that comes up on the weekend.
Now, after having tough losses on Friday and Saturday, how does that change your approach going into Sunday?
Yeah, it doesn't change too much. I try to go into every game the same, no matter if we're up 2 games or down 2 games or the series is tied. I just try to go out there every day and give my team the best possible chance to win.
And moving from this past weekend to Florida State, how do you plan to go into this, knowing it's a top 10 school?
Yeah, it's just a huge momentum shift to be able to get that walk-off win on Sunday. Gives us momentum going into these 2 midweek games, so hopefully we can take both of those and then have full head of steam going into Florida State and hopefully take the series on their home field.
Well, thank you so much, Jon. I look forward to seeing you this weekend. The Hokies have 2 midweek games followed by an ACC series against the Florida State Seminoles. Come out and support your Hokies. I'm Amber Miller with the Virginia Tech Baseball Report. Until next time, Hokie Nation.